this might be just a little bit awkward because I haven't filmed since everything happened, and anything that has been posted since then has already, we already had all that content. So it was nice to have that so we could have some time. I feel like I gave myself enough time where I wouldn't just be this big mess on here, just crying and hysterical, and I didn't want that because I wanted, to update you guys, and I wanted to just get what I wanted to say out and to tell you how my experience was. And yeah, I know that I'm not obligated to tell you guys anything, and as hard as it is, I feel like it's also something that I want to talk about because it might help somebody else. I mean, I've been through this before, and I know the first time I felt very lonely, and that anybody I did talk to didn't really understand. I never want anybody to feel like that, and maybe if somebody watches this, they think that, I can be strong and I can talk, and if someone asks me how I'm doing, I don't have to just say I'm good. I can actually tell them how I feel. It hasn't even been a month, and everything's kind of a blur. So on a Tuesday, Max left for out of town to go to work, and I started not feeling good, and for a few days I had been getting really bad pain on my left side, like really low abdominal pain on my left side. And at first it didn't bother me because there was no other anything going on, but then it kind of just kept going. And then on Tuesday, the same day that Max left, he drove all the way to Charleston, and he got there, and I called him and I said, I'm cramping a lot, and I started to spot at that time, and like I said, we've been through this before. And he was like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't want you to be alone if this is what's going on. We've been through this. And I just didn't really know. So I called my mom, and she came over, thank goodness, so I wasn't alone. And Max ended up coming home that night, and I just knew. I feel like you just know your body, and you just know that something's not right. And then the next morning, as soon as the office opened, my OB office, I called and I told them, I'm like, I really would like to be seen. I don't think that this is normal. This isn't just, some spotting. And at that time it had gotten worse, all that stuff. So I went in around 11 or so, and was in a lot of pain, and I had to wait in the office for a long time because they were very busy, and I was just thankful that they could fit me in. Finally went back, and the first thing I did was the urine sample, and then I went and did an ultrasound. Now, the ultrasound lady told me that, she was going to talk to me the entire time and tell me what she saw. I had to do 2 different ultrasounds, and we saw the baby, and we saw the heartbeat, and this time around, that is what made it 10 times harder for me, is I saw the baby, and I saw the heartbeat, and it gave me a sense of hope. And she even pointed out, and she said, there's your baby, there's the heartbeat. And then she goes, now we're gonna measure the baby and the heartbeat. She measured the baby, and the baby was measuring really small, and then also the heartbeat was at 70, and at that time it should be over 100. At that point, I knew then, whenever she told me how slow the heartbeat was, I knew then that I was gonna lose the baby. So then I go into the office and I talk to the doctor, and kind of goes over all the same stuff with me. And yeah, it sucked because originally when I made an appointment there, they said that nobody could go back with you. They couldn't even come in the waiting room. But then when I was there was other men there, other people there with somebody, And I really wish that Max could have been in there with me. You know, when I left the ultrasound, I was hysterical. When I left the doctor, I was hysterical. And I was walking out of the hospital, I couldn't stop crying. And, you know, Max was downstairs in the truck with the kids and just waiting for me to call so he could pick me up. And I just really wish that, you know, he could have been with me. I got home, and of course, you know, the day that Max left, which was Tuesday, we got our gender results back, and we were super excited. I was gonna wait until he got home, and then we were gonna do whatever we were gonna do to find out. I know for me personally, I'm glad that I know. Yes, it makes it harder, but I really wanted to know. I know for Max, it really broke his heart. It was really hard on him to find out, but I did open the email and I did find out that we were having a baby girl. I know that, you know, 7 years ago, if I would have watched a video like this, that it would have gave me some kind of courage to find somebody safe that I trusted, that I could talk to, because, you know, it does suck. Sucks a lot when you lose a child. Miscarriage, stillbirth, any of it, it's just terrible. It's a terrible feeling. And yeah, so I think that time can heal, but everybody grieves differently, and I'm one of those people that I just put a smile on and I push through and I keep myself busy just to not feel the emptiness and the heartache that I feel. I feel like that's the only way that I can do that. I didn't do that before, and I got in a really, really dark, deep depression, and I felt alone, and I didn't talk to anybody really, and I don't know. I didn't want that this time around. Sometimes things will come up and I'll get, you know, sucked right back into that day. It was very traumatic. I know that we're both kind of scared of it just happening again, because I don't know how to end this. It's not like a regular video where I'm gonna be peppy and saying thanks for watching and all that stuff, so I'll probably just end this randomly.